Hi, everybody. This is Laura Ashley Abraham.
And I am Connie Smock.
And together we are the Michigan Medium Angels. Yay! Today is day 17 of our 31-day abundance challenge. And today we're going to talk about mood and health. And how do those things affect you, and how do they affect your abundance? And what can you do to bring more abundance in connected to your mood and your health? So Connie has some thoughts and I do too, and we'll see what the angels want to talk about today. Go ahead, Tink.
Well, the first thing I want to bring up is, as you were talking, this was left out of one of the decks. So this must be for everyone. Divine Magic is the card. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I love it. That's my word for the year, is magic.
Yeah, divine magic. And extra magical energy surround your situation right now. Expect miracles. Seriously, and you can say that. I expect a miracle. And it can be something small, because miracles come in all shapes and forms. It can be something to where yesterday, that was a miracle. I know we talked about it yesterday about my ride to Central Michigan and how at first it seemed like it was awful. I actually did say that I expect a miracle, and I got it. But when you expect it, you're putting it out there, you're going to get it. And I just got chills everywhere. So someone needs to hear this today. I swear I just saw it sitting on my table. It's the only card here. So it must have fallen out of the deck, But anyway, so someone needs to hear that. So whatever you're focusing on today, you're going to get extra magical energy. It's like an energy portal has opened up, just so you know. And ironically, we're talking about health and wellness today and how it makes you feel. So maybe I feel like it's going to, and I just got chills everywhere. This is going to be for someone I feel and I'm getting cancer. I don't know. I'm sorry, but it's going to be for someone who feels like there's no way out or feels hopeless, but you have to switch that mindset on anything. No matter what it is that you're struggling with, there's always a way out. You just have to find the way and expect a miracle, okay? I expect a miracle. And that's all you're going to think about, whatever it is that you're dealing with or struggling with right now. And picture yourself being 100% whole and 100% happy and healthy. And that's your only option. That is it. And if you start to catch yourself going down that road, this is funny because this is not what I intended to talk about, but I saw the card and this is all coming out. So someone must need to hear this. But if you start to go down the road about what if, you're in the wrong mindset. It has to be, I am healed, it is done, and it is so. And you say that, I don't care if you say it 1,000 times a day, the more the better. I am healed, it is done, and it is so. And you expect a miracle. Okay? So that's not crazy. I'm amazed every time something like this happens. I'm in awe. I really am. I know we talk about this all the time, but I absolutely love it. Anyway, how mood and your health affects your abundance and your manifesting is because everything is a vibration. When you're in a high vibration, you are in the mode of attracting, you're in the flow. If you're not feeling well, if you are depressed or at a low point, it's going to be much more difficult to manifest because you're not in the flow. You're not in love and trust. You're in fear. It's interesting because I heard a phrase once, and I hope I don't screw this up, but I loved it. It's there aren't depressed people. There are depressive thoughts. Love that. So if you feel like you're depressed, or if you're labeling yourself as depressed, you're not depressed. You just have depressive thoughts, and you need to change your thoughts. And if you're having trouble shifting your thoughts, expect a miracle. Just expect a miracle.
That is so interesting. Thank you for sharing that. I've never heard that before, but because I had a lot of that as an issue when I was younger. And I will have to catch myself because it's almost like it becomes a habit of thinking about the negative and what is wrong, and like you stay in that space. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay stuck. You can choose the thoughts. You get to choose what you're thinking at every single moment. And so it's okay if you're having a bad day, or it's okay if something's going on that makes you feel upset. But how are you going to choose to change that going forward? You don't have to stay stuck. This is about staying stuck and getting yourself out of that too. I love, love, love that you said that. That was phenomenal. So I expect a miracle.
That's going to be our motto now. I expect a miracle. I expect a miracle. Whatever it is, I expect a miracle. And then let it go. And then let the universe, God, angels, masters work their magic, whatever you feel comfortable saying. One of the things I know, because I get this a lot, and I get this a lot more with not necessarily clients, but with clients, yes, but people who I know. Well, if you went through what I went through, you would feel the same way. And I've been through a lot. I may not have been exactly what other people have been through, and I'm not diminishing or downsizing what other people have been through, but I know people who have been in really horrific conditions and turned it around because they chose not to stay there. I know this is a secret. I'm going to tell everyone the secret. It's your choice. It is. It's your choice. You have to choose differently. And the problem is, when you're in that mode, you don't want to choose differently. You want to be in that mode because it's serving you a purpose at that time. But there are ways where you can get yourself out of the mode. It takes work and effort, and that's what people don't want. And I hate to say this, and I don't want to diminish people's conditions or how they're feeling. And I also want them to see that they do have a choice, okay? They do, but so some of the things that you can do are the obvious, which is get out, go for a walk, get moving, because it's a vicious cycle. When you're not moving a lot, you tend to get more tired. When you get more tired, you start to get more sluggish. When you start to get more sluggish, you start thinking a little down. Or maybe you're not getting out even though it's cold, but the sun does help. The sun does help with your mood. And I love the fact that you said that last time about, and I didn't know that before, about the sun. Your body stores the sun for later. Mm-hmm. So even if you can't get out today, if you got out yesterday, hopefully it's stored enough for the next day. But if you can exercise, one of the best things to do for your moods, for most people, are exercising. And of course you have to do what your level is and what you're comfortable with and what your physician agrees with what you can do. Always make sure, we're going to do a little, caveat here. Always check with your physician before changing any sort of diet, exercise, taking vitamins, anything that we talk about. We're going under the advisement impression that you are going to speak with your physician before undergoing any changes that may affect you and or what you're already taking and or your condition of what you have now. But do what's comfortable to you. Again, maybe it's setting, you get up in the morning, you put your tennis shoes right by the bed so you can get into a routine. Because I get this so much where I'm great for the first few days after talking to you, and I know you get that too, Twink. Or after talking to you, or I watch your video and I get inspired, and then all of a sudden life gets in the way and you start getting into your old habits again. You have to break those habits. The way to break a habit is to continuously work at it and continuously do it. Like we all know about my organization. I'm continuously working on it. I'm not giving up on myself because I know I can do it, but it's going to be a work in progress that I'm going to keep working at, and I know I can do it. So I'm just going to keep going at it. So maybe you put your shoes by your bed and you have your workout stuff there, and you just tell yourself, I'm just going to do the 5 minutes. Like I know we talked about before, but it's definitely it's going to get you into a habit, and it's going to get you flowing in the morning. Even if you can just do 15 jumping jacks in the morning just to get you moving, or you do a little Tai Chi, or you do some stretching in the morning when you first get up, you're going to feel so much better. The other thing is, if you can get up and you can drink as much water as you can in the morning before anything else. And I know we've talked about this before with the lemon water, organic lemons, and squeezing that into the water. Not only does it help to detoxify your liver, but it rehydrates your body first thing in the morning. Especially people like me, I drink coffee. Okay. So the first thing I normally do is grab my coffee because that's what I love. But I notice on the days that I drink the water first, and I will down like something like this. When I drink it, I down it fast. So I'll down at least 8 ounces, between 8 to 16 ounces in the morning now. And I feel so much better throughout the day. And that's another reason too why working out will give you more energy, because you automatically drink more water. Not only are you increasing your circulation, right, but you're also rehydrating at the same time. And that lemon is invigorating. It's cleansing. The smell and scent alone of the lemon will help to increase your mood. If you don't have lemons, get the lemon oil. I have from doTERRA, one of the things that I absolutely love, it's called Elevation. And it's like a citrus kind of blend, lemony, but wow, it really does elevate my mood. And it makes me like energetic within probably 30 seconds of smelling it. So I'll put that on my wrist, or if you're sensitive, there's those, I think we showed them before, but I'll show them again. I don't know if I have it out, but the beads that you can put on, that can help as well for your moods and for just overall feeling better. And again, rehydrating. All right, well, I have more, but Twink, I'll let you go. Go ahead.
So as you were talking, I was going to get these. So this was the bracelet, and it has these beads on here that you can put the doTERRA oil onto, and then you can just wear it. So this is one of my favorites. It's the wild orange. Like you were saying, I love the wild orange, and it really, really makes me feel good. It actually does, it elevates my mood, and it makes me happy. It smells, to me, it smells like sunshine. The wild orange. So if you put that, or lemon, either one, but this one's one of my favorites, and you just rub it on the beads, and you put it on, and then you'll smell it all day long. So that's one of my favorites. I love it. That was really good. And a couple things when you were talking too was, you know, as I know different ages, we need different things. So at some ages, you know, depending on where you're at, you know, because as you were talking, Tink, I was thinking about some of my clients. So I have some clients that really they can't really physically move a whole lot. If you can't move, it's okay, but you can be thinking positive thoughts, and you can be changing your mood, and you can be seeing yourself getting better, and you can be visualizing yourself doing the things that you want to be doing, getting outside. And as you're thinking about that, just because you're not physically moving your body, that will help you to heal your body. Your thoughts help you to heal. And so if you can't today, right now, get outside and go for a walk, or you can't move, and you can't work out in your house, you can maybe use your arms, and maybe you can use some weights and just do some arm lifts. Maybe you just do, as you're sitting, you lift your leg and you do 5 leg lifts with each leg, or 10. And every day you do that for 2 weeks. Maybe after 2 weeks, you start to notice that you have more muscle and that you have more ability to do more of those. If you're not doing anything, your body is just going to contract. And so you want to change your thought process and your physical body to allow yourself to be able to heal, to see it as a possibility. If you're thinking it's not a possibility, there's nothing that I can do, that your mind has a lot of power and control over that. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about, you know, there are moments and there are times in our lives where we have trauma, where we have a loss. And at those times, that's not what we're talking about. You need to take time to heal during that time. Sometimes that can take a couple days, sometimes it can take a week, sometimes it can take months, sometimes it can take years. But you have the ability to shift that. When you're ready, you can shift it with how you are thinking and what you're telling yourself, and with your physical body. So doing a little bit at a time, like Connie said, it takes work and effort. It's not just gonna, you know, sometimes it is out of the blue. Sometimes, like we were talking about, there are miracles. Things do happen every day that are definitely miraculous. But if you are looking to You know, either lose some weight, get in shape, do a little bit every day. It doesn't have to be something overwhelming. And that can include, you know, walking on the treadmill, or if you have a treadmill, dust your treadmill off and get your, you know, clothes that you need to donate off of it and start using it. Or again, just doing something small and little. The other thing too was there are a couple of books out there that I wanted to recommend, and I usually recommend these to my clients, is that You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. I love her book. She has a ton of information in there. And she also talks about any physical ailment, what the emotional component is attached to it. So if, for instance, you have lung issues or breathing issues, that's actually attributed to family problems, family issues get caught and stuck in your lungs. Back issues can be connected to something that happened in the past. That's behind you. Time to release that and let that go. Those are just a couple of examples, but she has a whole list in her book. And she also has the mantras that you can say that correlate with that as well to be able to heal that physical part of the body. Anita Moorjani, Moorjani, Anita Moorjani, she talks about having a near-death experience, and she had cancer. She had huge tumors all over her body. And she was on her deathbed. She was dying. She was saying goodbye to her family, and she had a near-death experience because she wasn't supposed to survive. And when she crossed to the other side, they told her that it wasn't her time. She needed to come back, and she miraculously healed very, very quickly. And she talks about how her thoughts and her thinking and not taking care of herself contributed to all of her tumors. And so that it is a conscious effort, and there is the potential that we can heal our bodies. You can. So those are two books that you could check into. Also, The Medical Medium, which we talk a lot about him. He talks about the lemon water. And when you were talking about storing sunshine in your body too, yes, your body stores sunshine. So if you can't get outside and you're feeling depressed or you're feeling sad, you know, get some of this and put this on your hands, because it really does make you feel good. I know it does for me. It lifts my mood. It makes me feel happy. The other thing too is recognizing also that you can want something, but having a goal of it and setting small goals to reach that ultimate goal. Hydrating is going to be another one too. Like Connie was talking about, hydrating equals energy. If you're tired and lethargic, stop drinking pop and start drinking water. Start hydrating your body, because your muscles will get tight. And if they're not holding the fluid, that can make you feel very exhausted and feel constricted also. So that's why water will also give you energy. And that's a great thing to do, is start drinking the water first thing in the morning to hydrate yourself. What else did I have on here too? As you were talking, there were so many things that came through.
I know, me too.
Using the mantra also, you know, wherever you're at, but every day I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm going to keep doing better every day. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. You know, don't be berating yourself for where you're at or what's going on. Start from today and focus on how you can change what you want to get, changing your thought process or changing the way you're thinking about something. Like if you're always mad at somebody who you feel is contributing to your issue, you need to look at you. You don't have control over another person, but you do have control over yourself, and you have control over the things that you think. You have control over your own actions. So take a moment and think about, okay, what is it? How can I change my mood today? Or how can I change the way that I'm feeling about myself physically? Maybe you don't feel good about yourself physically. And you can say, you know what, I'm doing my best today. Today, I'm going to do my mirror work. Today, I'm going to look in the mirror. I'm going to say, I love you. And maybe that's all you can do today. That could elevate your mood. So it doesn't have to be anything major. What we're always talking about is doing little things, making little shifts, because all of those little things contribute to big things, to a lot. Okay, go ahead, Tink.
I love it. And thank you for bringing up the mindset too of the being healed again and more in depth, because I know you've seen that video of the woman had, and I don't know the exact details, but I know she had stage 4 cancer, and I believe it was a tumor in her kidney or something along those lines. But they actually showed the video of it live, where it was an ultrasound of the tumor. And they had basically traditional medicine said there was nothing they could really do for her anymore because it was just too far into it and too far gone. So she didn't accept that. So she went to, I believe it was Beijing, and it's somewhere in Japan, Beijing, somewhere along those lines. I'm not exactly sure where. But there is a clinic there where they don't have the medicine, but what they do is they have a few people who are trained to have the feeling of being healed. And they surround the patient and they hold hands and they say this, I think it's waso is what they say, and it's translated to "it is done." And while they're chanting that over and over and over, you can literally see the tumor shrinking, like as they're saying it, till it was gone. It was crazy. But that shows you that your mind is so very powerful. So really it starts with your thoughts. Everything starts with your thoughts. So check in and see where you are on those. And also there was some other thing. Oh, I love the mantra that you were saying, like I'm doing my best today. One mantra that I love, and back my mom had told me this years ago, and I think she got it from Silva Mind Control or somewhere, I'm not sure where, but it's each day in every way I get better and better and better. That way it's almost like every aspect of your life you're putting out there that each day I'm getting better and better and better, regardless of what it is. So that was a very powerful, and I actually used to do that one growing up because she had told me about that one. Thank God. Who knows what I would be, the shape I'd be in today if I didn't have that. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But anyway, also about the stomach, we were talking about different areas with Louise Hay and whatnot. Stomach is anger, because the emotional body is where your sacral chakra is, or near your stomach. And when something happens, it's first going to get stored in the emotional body, which is your sacral, your stomach. So anything that's going to happen is going to go straight to your stomach first. That's why you get a quote unquote gut feeling a lot of times, is because of that. That's where the emotional body, where it starts with. So with that being said, anger, if you have IBS, if you have Crohn's or a lot of stomach issues, 9 times out of 10, there's anger you're holding on to, and you need to forgive someone. So go back to our forgiveness video if you have some stomach issues. And I know like kidney and bladder can be jealousy and fear, those kind of things too. So that happened to me with my kidneys. I was having all kinds of issues with kidneys and whatnot, and I was having a fearful time, and I would say working through some stuff with my own, with jealousy and whatnot, that was brought forward that I didn't even realize was stored down. I didn't even realize I had it, but it took someone very significant to get me to see that. And again, it's not really him. It's stuff that's been stored down in me that's bubbling up that needs to be released. So it's finding ways that are healthy to release that. And these are some of the stuff that we're talking about is really going to be helpful. But again, the forgiveness is going to be huge, I think, with a lot of this for moving past physical ailments. Because again, when something happens, it just doesn't get stored in your brain. It's not something, yes, you think about it, but it also gets stored all throughout your body, in your organs. So Twink, I love how you said that if it's in a particular body, look up to see what that body part is associated with. Breasts are generally associated with maternal or mother. So it'd be very interesting to see if you can see maybe where the root is. You can start to heal yourself too, because you can start to forgive who you need to forgive, if that makes sense. One other thing too is alternative to antidepressants. I know
there's a lot out there that maybe you may want to consider if maybe you're just feeling a little down, you just need a little pick-me-up, or you're having trouble sleeping. I actually researched this for someone else. It's called Saffron Lift, and it has saffron and I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this. I think it's curcumin. It's the extract or the essence of turmeric, what's in turmeric. And I know turmeric is really good for inflammation and moods and whatnot. So this is more like a concentrated dose, if you will, of it, if you will. But it has a lot of great stuff in there. It's for positive moods and emotional balancing. So it may just be something that maybe, you may want to try for just to help take the edge off of something. I'm not sure why this is being brought up, but it is. But this is also to help with you sleeping as well. There's some other ones too that you can. So this is it's called Be Brain Fit, BeBrainFit.com. It's for better mind, better life. And they're natural antidepressants. 14 proven ways to beat depression without drugs. I don't know if you can see that. It might be too much of a glare.
Yeah, no, we can't see it.
Oh, shoot. You know what? The sun, it's coming right. The sun's out. Yay, it's coming out. So I'm just going to run through a couple that they say, but you can read it. This is number one is actually curcumin. I'm pretty sure it's how you say it. Oh. Okay, well, we're not going to go back to that. That just dumped in my tea. So that's interesting. That is the number one, and saffron is number two. So that both of those are in there. That is currently in my teacup right now. You can see right here. That's so interesting. I fell right in there. I'm not sure what that means.
I think you're supposed to take some of that.
As soon as I get off the phone, I actually do sometimes. I'll tell you why. Because it also helps you sleep. Because it for whatever reason, but I probably should take it a little more. Maybe that's my sign. I don't know. Fish oil is another one they bring up. Now this is interesting. Tryptophan. It's an essential amino acid that's a precursor to both serotonin and to melatonin, your body's natural hormone. It works well. This is what this says. It works well for depression and also as an antidepressant. And it also has therapeutic value. Again, these are not my words. This is coming from this website. So ADHD, anxiety, insomnia, OCD, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, SAD. Just an interesting thing there. EGCG, it's found in green tea. That's also listed. I do drink tea. That is exactly what this is right here. It's green tea. I do drink that every day. Before I even saw this, I love green tea, and I've been drinking it for a really long time. There's I don't know what that one is. Kava. I know that's in a lot of teas as well. It says it's effective for anxiety as prescription anti-anxiety medication. It's also found to be an effective alternative to antidepressants. So anyway, you can go on here. Some of these Arctic root I've never heard of. St. John's wort, again, you have to use caution with some of this stuff because I know you can't take it for a long period. That you can't take that one for long periods of time. So you have to be careful. And always, again, I'm going to say this again, always check with your health professional before you make any changes and or try something new like this. But anyway, those are some of the things too that can help. And of course, number two, the main thing is that physical exercise, it's funny because I didn't even see that before, and getting outdoors if possible. So that is clearly going to be one of the main things that you can do that you don't even have to buy anything for. You don't have to pay for it. You can just get outside or just move around and do things. And yes, there are ways that you can do it. Maybe instead of while you're watching TV, you do some stretching at the same time. So you're still watching TV, but you're stretching. I'll do that. Or I'll do some lunges while I'm watching TV, or squats, even if it's just for 10 or 15 minutes. So that way I don't feel like I'm just sitting watching TV. And of course, sometimes we just need to relax. And if maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you do a lot of physical stuff, but you need to relax. You need that balance. Maybe that's what your body needs. So take some time out to relax or meditate. Obviously, meditation is going to be a great technique for your mood and emotions and to get you centered and grounded as well. And also to help you with manifesting. So that's another great one that just popped up. Go ahead, Twink. What do you have? What else?
That was it. That's what I was going to say was doing the meditation. And I have found that to be really helpful too in visualizing. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll, to calm down, or if there's something going on, or I just want to get myself more centered, is just, laying down and just visualizing, white light going through my whole body and having it go through like the core of your body, the column, and then filling your whole body with white light. And maybe you can specifically think about if there is an area that's bothering you, whether it's your hips or your knees or your back, is visualizing that white light going into that specific body part and seeing it surrounding it and seeing it filling up with healing light and seeing it being healed. Visually see it in your mind's eye with your eyes closed when you're somewhere safe. And, just be picturing that it is healing. Like if you have issues with your knees, see your knees healing and the joints, the swelling going down, whatever it is. A lot of times I'll do that. And that really, really does work for me. And it really does calm me down. And I know that there are authors that talk about that as well. So find, again, I know I had said this before, I'm going to be working on doing some meditations and recording more meditations after we're done with this 31-day challenge. That's something that's been on the back burner that I need to bring to the forefront. I need to take care of that and do that. And so hopefully I'll be recording something that is along those lines of healing your body, bringing in light. But find a meditation, find somebody that you really like, or that really resonates with you, and listen to how, well, they're saying not necessarily, that's interesting. I've actually done this too, is where you can take your phone and just record a meditation for yourself and say a mantra over and over. I am healed, I am healed, I am healed. Or, I am loved, I am loved, I am loved. Or do your own meditation, think about, okay, so I have white light coming through and I have all my angels and my guides with me. It doesn't necessarily have to be from somebody else. It could be from you. But just taking the time to do it, that's going to be the key. And it only takes a few minutes. It doesn't have to take a lot of time either, to change your mood, to get yourself into a good space. The other thing they just brought forward too is watch something funny. Watch cartoons if you like cartoons, and take time to laugh. I know we're going to be talking about that coming up. That's, I think, one of our days. So today, laugh. Call Connie, she'll make you laugh. Watch.
I do love to make people laugh.
Every video she's doing something silly, so right, she's cracking me up. Call up a friend and have somebody else make you laugh, or make your kids laugh, or do something that just, brings you joy today, that changes your mood, that shifts your mood. And again, it doesn't have to be anything major, just something little, something small. I know, watch the video that Connie was talking about, getting, her skirt stuck in her her pantyhose. So
yeah, that's actually what I was going to say, to go back to the laugh therapy one. I don't remember which one that was. What day was that?
I don't remember either. I don't think we did it specifically on laughing. That's coming up.
No, I know.
On laughing, that we haven't done it yet. Actually, that is on its way.
We did do it, because actually someone did comment on it that they laughed hysterically at it when I was laughing, but I don't remember which one. So I guess you're gonna have to watch all the videos to find it.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead. Sign us off, Tink.
Well, hang on, honey. There's a couple more. Another technique too. I know you said the bringing white light in, but also force yourself to smile, even when you don't want to. Smile. Okay. When you sit with that feeling of smiling, once you really kind of get, okay, this feels good, then go throughout your entire body and go to your feet and have have that smile in your feet. Go through all your organs and smile in all your organs, because that smiling energy is a vibration. It's very high, uplifting joy. So when you do that all throughout your body, and it really only takes a couple minutes, you're going to automatically shift your mood. That's one other thing. And so foods, because I know we're talking about health. Maybe you incorporate right now, you just incorporate some more fruits and vegetables in your diet too, and preferably organic. I mean, that's my preference. I know some people have a different opinion, and that's okay. But to me, if without the pesticides, if it's more, the more organic you can get, the better it is. Or if you can't get organic for some reason, or it's too pricey or expensive, you can always wash them as well. Just make sure you wash them really well. But cucumbers are said to have the highest in terms of megahertz, the highest vibration or frequency of any food. I don't know if I do love cucumbers. I eat them all the time. And thank you, Twink, because every time we have an event in a reading party, she brings me cucumbers. She knows the beat of my heart. It's food. It's food. I love it. So yeah. So cucumbers, maybe you start incorporating spinach or something leafy greens that you know is going to be really good for you with that chlorophyll that will help give you energy. Barley grass is another one that's really good for energy.
I thought you were going to say chloroform. I'm like, no, we don't want chloroform. Sorry, go ahead.
Clearly, she's been watching. You're cut off from Dexter. No more Dexter. I actually did finally finish the series, and I'm kind of in mourning right now. I know. You would think, would two angels be watching Dexter? But, it's the whole concept of, this is not coming out right. I was going to say the whole serial killer thing. It's not about that. You know what? Let's just not talk about that. How about this? When you watch it, you'll understand if you haven't and you do watch it. There actually are a lot of little life lessons in there, and they say a lot of good things. In fact, Angel brings up, the guy's name is Angel, energy, and how positive thinking and creating things. Like, it's so funny how a lot of the stuff that we think about, not killing people, Twink, not using chloroform, but apparently she does. I better be careful around her. Huh? I'm thinking I better hire a bodyguard. Hey, we're good, right, Twink? We're good?
We're good. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Good.
That's
yes.
all we need to do. Dexter does take care of his peeps, that's for sure. No one can mess with his people. So that is a good thing. Okay, I'm glad about that. Yeah, so I think that is it. Anything else, Twinkle Toes?
I don't think so. I think we've basically covered it all. I thought that was really good. Obviously with health, bringing in fruit smoothies, bringing in just making some changes this year, just thinking about what is your goal? What are you looking for? Do you want to, lose 20 pounds? Are you looking just to work on your mood and your overall well-being? Think about what your goal is and, write it down, write down a plan. I'm going to do a little bit today. I'm going to do a little bit tomorrow, and building on that over time, little by little, that's how change happens. Just like what we're doing with these videos, 31 days of focusing on abundance. It is phenomenal, the things that have been coming forward for both of us and for the people that we've been hearing the stories from. It's because it's keeping all of us in that mode of abundance and thinking about what it is that we do want. And it keeps you on track. So you can do the same thing with your health and with your mood. And let us know how you're doing. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and stay tuned for tomorrow. Go ahead, Tink.
All right. Everybody have a magical day and night filled with peace, love, and light. Until tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. See, that's why you never know what's going to happen. The Happy Buddha. When you were talking about, I forgot.
I just got chills.
Happy Buddha. Like, his face he's just smiling. Isn't it Smiling Buddha or something? Smiling?
Yeah. Actually, I bet you that would be weird if he's like right here. Hang on. The Joy Buddha or Laughing Buddha, yes.
Yeah, so that, just having that, if maybe you have a Buddha or something, or maybe you want to cut out a picture of, yourself too, or put a picture somewhere where you are, oh, there it is.
Yep. Maitreya Buddha, the power of joy, Laughing Buddha. Yeah, joy. Look at the rainbow. I love the rainbow in his face. Can you see it?
Yes, that is so cool.
Yeah, good job, honey.
All right, yes, that's in, I cut out a picture or put up a picture of you laughing and you smiling and you having fun. Go ahead, what?
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I can't see you. Go
Look
ahead.
what was the next card. The next card was Health and Healing, Master Hilarion. You can always call upon Master Hilarion to help. Obviously, God, Jesus, and whoever you believe with, Krishna, and whatever your belief system is. But also, like Master Hilarion, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Camiel or Shamuel, depending on how you say that. Either one of those are also great for healing. Just interesting. Oh, and there is Jesus too, right next to that one. Oh, that's interesting. They're all with us. Yeah. So anyway, open your heart to love. So maybe that's what you need to do. Have your heart open a little more, so that way it'll help clear any blockages energetically, because everything starts energetically. That's another thing. And then it manifests into physical. It's always going to be energetic first. Then, so if you can clear energetic, then you can start healing the physical too. Yes.
That's a very good point. Because if
Yeah.
you're upset about something and you haven't processed it and you're holding it in your body, that's how disease will manifest. So
Correct.
we obviously needed to say that. So that's why we talk a lot about the emotional and working through that and not holding things. So if you need to release something, write it down. That's a really good way to let go, so you're not holding things in your physical body. And also movement disperses negative energy. So if you are holding something in your auric field, in your energy field, where in its unprocessed emotion, that's why physical movement will disperse that energy, and it will help it to dissolve, so you're not holding it in, so it doesn't become an illness and make you sick. All right.
Actually, clapping disperses negative energy too. So you can do that around your house. And right, like all of a sudden, I feel better already just from that clapping. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. All right, go ahead. Sign us out, Tink.
All right, everybody, have a magical day and night filled with peace, love, and light until tomorrow.
And that is for real, right? Yes, we are. Have a magical day.